On Tuesday night, East Carolina will be hosting North Carolina A&T Aggies at Williams Arena-Minges Coliseum. 7 o'clock tip-off on ESPN+. And right now, very excited to be rejoined by the second-year head coach of North Carolina A&T, Will Jones. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Hey, man. Bubba, nice to have you, man. Good to be back.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time this afternoon. Looking forward to tomorrow night's matchup. So just tell us about your ball club, 3-6 right now. You've had a very challenging non-conference schedule against the likes of UNCG, South Florida, also obviously Wake Forest. Coach Forbes is doing an excellent job there, as we were already discussing off the air. But tell us about your ball club and makeup of your roster.
Yeah, man. Really like this group. I think that we have been tested in November. It's been actually, a coaching job. You get talent, you put that talent together, and then what you got to do now, you got to mold it. And with all the new guys, we've been able to be in some really, really good kind of like postseason situations in November. And that's really helped us grow and kind of figure out where our weaknesses are, where our strengths are. And I've been able to coach these guys and really try to help them see the way I want to play, how we can win. And I think that's going to be a testament for us in December and also as we go into conference play.
Yeah, and that's one of the things when you really look at the schedule, just on the surface, if you see 0-5 on the road, but then you see the 2-point loss at South Florida and then a 4-point loss against UNCG, and you feel a little bit different about things.
Yeah, I mean, every game except Wake, we have had a chance to win. Even at Stanford, we made a late run, got the game to 7 with I think like 6 minutes left. And again, showing our team down in that last 6 minutes, how they were able to extend. And it wasn't their defense, it was our shot selection. And so I think I was able to teach these guys a lot in November. And, we still, we have East Carolina and UCF this week. And then we kind of get into some games of teams at our size, but we're looking to add 2 players in the next couple of days, and that will definitely help us down the stretch.
Your coach,
and Coach, you're talking about
the
transfer portal. How big? Sorry about that. I guess there's a lag. Talk about the transfer portal. You're just saying about adding 2 players in the next couple of days. How's the transfer portal been working out for you guys with A&T?
Well, the transfer portal has been good. You look at it, our 2 leading scorers, Marcus Watson, Demetrius Horton, our 2 leading scorers, are kids that we'll have for multiple years. I'm really excited about that 2 wings. And, David Beatty has had his share of some success also, trying to get a little bit more consistent. But, I'm really excited about adding Colin Smith, a kid that you will remember from the American League at UCF. He should be able to suit up in the next couple of days. And then my top 100 freshman, Duncan Powell, should be cleared to start participating in full go contact in the next couple of days. My weakness has really been, inside play. I think we're young there, unexperienced there really. But I think adding some experience and talent at those 2 spots are going to turn some of those 2-point losses, 4-point losses, maybe into 6-point wins, 10-point wins once it's all said and done. So looking forward to a really good December and really locked into our first year in the Big South.
Yeah, the other night, obviously East Carolina took on a Big South foe in Gardner-Webb. Trailed by 4 points at halftime, then proceeded to win the game by 10 points despite not shooting the ball very well. But talk about your impressions of Joe Dooley's ball club. Pirates have seemed to have figured some things out this year and be getting some contributions from a variety of places instead of just largely Jaden Gardner, as it was in the past.
Yeah, so me and Coach Dooley go back to the Atlantic Sun when he was at Florida Gulf Coast. And one thing from looking at this team, I've told a couple of different people that I think this is the best East Carolina team I've seen since I've been here at A&T. And the reason why is because they can contribute at each spot. They don't have any weakness per se that, hey, this kid can't do this or this position can't do that. They're just not big for any reason. They got good players at each spot that on any given night can hurt you. And I think in college basketball, that's important. And so I really like this East Carolina roster. And I think that this team is going to have a chance to do some special things this year in their league.
Coach, talk about that very fact of, you're getting multiple players now in double figures. And obviously we missed Jaden Gardner off to UVA to the Cavaliers, but so much of the offense was dictated by Jaden Gardner. Not that we wouldn't want to have him this year, but it seems to be more of a balanced team as scoring as what you're alluding to, I think.
Yeah, I mean, in anything you do, man, in sports, man, if you can have balance and you can have good players at each spot, I think a lot of times, man, that helps hurts the other team in terms of trying to figure out what you're going to do. And so you can't just go in and game plan for any one single person. Obviously, Gardner was an unbelievable talent, but now you put five guys on the floor that the defense has to honor. And any given night, you guys can have anybody score double figures or get hot. And I really like it. The guys coming off the bench with energy. I just think the team looks like they play a lot together, and they just support each other and share the basketball. And they've been shooting the ball really well.
Coach, taking a look at your ball club, you have a couple guys in double figures. Tell us about Marcus Watson and Demetric Horton.
Yeah. So Marcus, man, I call him. He's a man child, and really a man child. He's young. You know what I mean? He's our talented wing. A top 100 kid, but he's a freshman. He's a freshman, and I got him. He played, I think, less than 50 minutes as a Division I player when he got to A&T, and so he's a kid that's still figuring it out. He's coachable. I really like his attitude. He's got an unbelievable chance to be really, really good for us. And he's starting to figure some things out. Demetrius Horton, a kid that shot 40% last year at IUPUI. And he's starting to, feel it a little bit and starting to get his rhythm for us, shooting the basketball, but he can pass. He's a good teammate. He plays extremely hard on the defensive end. He chases balls down for rebounds. He's been a kid that I've been really, really, really surprised about his effort and energy, and I'm excited to see him continue to get better.
Coach, I know you're obviously focused on this game with the East Carolina Tuesday night. You moved to the Big South. Talk about we're talking about Gardner Webb, but what a great league, a very underrated league, in my opinion, when it comes to basketball. Talk about your league that you're playing in.
Man, just looking around, I think that our league has been playing some really good ball. Some really good ball. I think Campbell's done a good job. So early, Gardner Webb, has done a good job early. Winthrop, Longwood's been good. Asheville. So I can name a lot of different teams that I've seen on film briefly. I think that are doing a heck of a job early, man. Just trying to figure out this non-conference schedule. And we're all trying to prepare our teams for a conference run. And I just think the league is going to be, it's good coaches in the league. And a lot of these coaches, man, being in this area, we all have been assistants at some of these schools, whether it be North Carolina or South Carolina. And so I know a lot of these guys, and they do a good job with their ball club.
Coach, outside of the two we already discussed, and just tell us about some of the other key contributors that you have on your team this year.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's always been the first question's always been about Cam Langley the last couple of years, and it's good to not have the first question always be about Cam because Cam's been here for such a long time. I think he's the coach, but he's Cam's still here. Cam is unbelievable floor general. He's starting to figure out how to get the chemistry with this group. And the more and more these guys play, the more and more they'll have a better feel for each other. And so it's always great to have him still around. Tyler May, a kid that's from that area there around Greenville. He got sick right before we went to California with bronchitis. So he's coming around. He's going to be excited to play back at East Carolina, his first time playing in that area as a college player. And so I'm really excited about him, man. And my freshman point guard, Kyle Duke, really has come on the last couple of games, and looking forward to seeing him continue to develop.
Coach, talk about the play-in as far as the state of North Carolina with all the Division 18 Division 1 basketball schools. Just amazing the level of talent. Do you think that's good for the state? Or obviously, I think it's great, obviously being a basketball fan, but how do you feel about the so much talent in our great state of North Carolina?
It's tough because we don't want to play each other a lot. So everybody has a good team, and it's tough for us to get home games because we've been really good here at home. But it's just a tribute to the type of basketball in this area. And the coaches. I think the coaches do an excellent job. We know the area, we know the kids. We do a good job of getting the right kids that fit the programs. And so I think it's just a testament, man, to North Carolina, just overall the type of kids and schools that we have. A lot of kids want to come to the schools in the state and have a chance to win and compete for championships, to be honest with you.
Coach, as you're going into Tuesday night's matchup, and one of the things I noticed looking at that ball game against Stanford, even though you were very competitive, you did get out rebounded 51-31. East Carolina rebounding hasn't necessarily been a strong suit, but at the same time, East Carolina does have a lot of size. So just talk about that going into Tuesday night.
We have to battle. I mean, we have to battle. I think the different, Stanford. I mean, they came out of the womb at 7'1". Everybody was 7'1" at Stanford, so you know what I mean. But our guys fought, and I think East Carolina definitely has some size on the inside. I think we've played a couple of teams, man, in November that all have had some size on the inside, and so our guys are going to have to roll their sleeves up, get dirty, gang rebound, and see if we can definitely limit them to one shot. That's got to be our goal. And again, that type of having to compete really helps us in terms of going into our league and how we need to attack the boards.
Coach, talk about the very fact of, I know that you're a good recruiter. You guys, one of the great things, not obviously on the hardwood, but North Carolina A&T is a great school to go to. I know that firsthand from people that have gone, and people I've talked to have got an outstanding education. So not only does the student athlete, they get a great job with you as a coach, but they also get a great education, right?
A&T, and we're talking about North Carolina. We're talking about East Carolina, we're talking about North Carolina A&T, talking about App State, UNCG, these state schools, North Carolina, NC State. The state has done a good job of allocating resources to these schools, and the education piece here at A&T is second to none. I mean, we are agricultural and engineering school. So our engineering is unbelievable. It's second to none across the board. Our business school is second to none across the board. And so these kids come here, they get a great have a chance to get a great education, the social piece in terms of relationships. We got 13,000 kids here. It's an opportunity to meet some people that's going to impact your life down the road when you're 35, 40 years down the road, that you're going to have relationships with these type of people. And so A&T, and obviously I can sell atmosphere here. A lot of schools can't sell atmosphere in terms of what you're going to play, what your arena is going to look like when you line up at a home game. I can here. Our first game here against a non-Division I, we had 3,000 people here. Some people can't say that. And so, so it's one of those situations where here at A&T, it's been really good for kids to come get a good education and also play some good ball.
And Coach, you also have a great band too that I'm a big fan of, the second to none.
Yeah, I just had the band director in here last week. We were filming a commercial. We're playing on TNT on December the 19th versus Howard, a live game on TNT that's being produced by NBA TV. And he came in and I spoke to him, and he's been here for 19 years, you know what I mean? And so he's definitely done a good job of really building that band and making it something that people around the world want to see.
Coach, really appreciate your time this afternoon. Carving out some for us on short notice, and really wish you and the Aggies luck going forward and throughout the season. Safe travels to Greenville tomorrow, and we look forward to talking to you down the road.
Thanks, man. You guys have a good Christmas. If I don't talk to you guys again. Thank you now.
Thank you, Coach.